are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of Justice.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the dumb thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Factional Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party convened a decisive meeting in Abuja on Sunday to address internal challenges and strengthen party cohesion. Board of Trustee Chairman Senator Mao Ohabonwa reaffirmed the board's commitment to restoring trust and unity within the party amid ongoing factional disputes. Ohabonwa emphasized that the roadmap for repositioning the PDP includes conducting all pending state congresses, consolidating reconciliation efforts, and supporting national leaders in stabilizing party structures nationwide. He stressed that these steps are necessary for rebuilding confidence among members and re-establishing effective grassroots engagement. The faction believes that by holding overdue congresses, enforcing discipline and addressing lingering disputes, the PDP can present a more organized and united front ahead of future elections. The meeting marks one of the faction's strongest moves towards resolving internal issues and restoring credibility within the party. What do you make of this story?
I think without sentiments, if you look at this on its merit, these are statements of people who has the interest of the party at heart. These are statements of people who doesn't see the party as a professional body or a trade union for specialized people. These are people who are founders of the party, who knows what PDP is all about, who has been in PDP, and not people who came. Some of them came from NCP, some came from APP, and today they want to chase out the original landlords of a building. I've never seen where this is done. Like I've always told people, I say party politics is different from trade unionism or professional body. So the earlier you accommodate all shades of interest and opinion in the party, the better for you. You don't see party like is your personal property. No, it doesn't work that way. Party accommodates everybody, including the tout at the motor park, the artisan. Their interest must be carried along. So for me, this is a statement of people who wants to reposition the party and not people who runs the party as if they are some kind of feudal laws, dishing out instruction, expelling people, issuing expulsion certificate. For the first time in my entire life, this is the first time I see where somebody is being expelled and issued a certificate of expulsion. What they normally write in Senate climb is expulsion letter and not a certificate. And for crying out loud, you don't write a
certificate of expulsion. Anyway, moving forward now. What's going on from this move by this faction of the PDP is that if they go ahead to conduct state congresses, it means that across the states, if not the 36 states, every state will, PDP will be factionalized across the states.
Anything that is happening to this other faction of the PDP is self-inflicted. Because I've said it in various platforms, I've said it on various, that PDP, those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Because once you live in a glass house and you throw a whole stone outside, the man outside, if he throws stone at you, if he doesn't get you, that glass that is covering you, the glass will be shattered and people will see you. So that's what's happening today in PDP.
Now, if you're to look at the foundation of this whole thing, first of all, one would say between this faction of the PDP and the Turaki faction, who has more of the National Working Committee?
On this side, I think there are about 7 National Working Committee members. And this other side, I think there are
When you say this side and this other side, which side are you talking about? We have the Turaki faction, we have the FCT minister-led faction.
For me, I'm looking at the Samuel Anyanwu. And
that's the FCT minister.
I don't want to tag the FCT minister.
How many National Working Committee members are there?
7.
And on the Turaki faction?
I think about 15.
Now, let's do the maths. Who will form a quorum if they are to call NWC meeting?
Forming a quorum.
Now, whoever forms the quorum, is that not the person whose decision will be binding? I'm looking at legal implications of certain decisions.
Forming a quorum, Larissa, at this point doesn't really matter. The most important thing is what is right and not forming a quorum. For the fact that 100 persons,
if decisions
are on the part of something that is not true,
if decisions are to be taken, it will be taken in a meeting, correct?
Yes.
Can you call a meeting without forming a quorum?
No, but at this point...
So if you do not form a quorum and call a meeting, can you say the decisions taken in that meeting is binding?
We are not talking about quorum at this point. What led to this is the national, Ibadan Christmas carol that was held in December.
It's Ibadan convention.
No.
You can't call it Christmas carol. Was it done in December?
Well, no, it's a Christmas carol done in November.
Well, I understand your sarcasm, right? But let's call it what it is, so that people listening will understand what you're saying.
It's a Christmas carol in November. A court of competent jurisdiction. I've said don't go ahead. Instead of going to a higher court.
They also have a court ruling backing their decision.
But you should have,
to go ahead with the convention.
According to the lawyers, they say the first judgment takes effect. Any other one coming from a court of ordinary jurisdiction.
It means that the matter now will be, we cannot say much until the judgment comes.
You know, like as always said, you know my stand, when matters are in court, I don't talk much.
Now, that's why I said, when you look at what gave rise to a whole lot of things, I am now looking at, if you are to break it down to PDP constitution and how things are to be done, Now, that's on one hand. On the other hand, even if they form a quorum, the question will be who issued the notice of meeting?
God bless you.
Right. So now, the secretary, at no point the Senator Samuel Ayam will say, I am handing over power to my deputy. So the deputy cannot issue notice of meeting on his behalf. So even if there is a meeting and a quorum was formed, the question would be, Senator Samuel Anyanwu did not form that quorum.
That was what I said at the beginning.
Senator Samuel Anyanwu did not issue that notice of meeting. So if he did not issue that notice of meeting, any meeting held without him, one would say, and then one would look at this suspension came on the heels of challenging the convention. Right. Now, Senator Samuel Anyanwu again has said, I did not issue notice of that meeting for convention. So if he did not issue notice of that meeting for convention, who did? Right? Who did? And why is the PDP responding to his insistence with an expulsion? So when we look at these things, yes, there might be political motives and undertones, but do you think that to a large extent that PDP is handling itself well in this crisis?
They are not. That's why I said they have scored a political own goal, and what they are going through now is self-inflicted. You know, when you leave object and start chasing shadows, these are the kind of things that happens to that very person. I've said it here, there are important issues that need to be addressed. Let things be done right. And part of the things to be done right, who issued the notice of the meeting? Did Samuel Anyanwu at any point hand over to his assistant citing any, or did he even delegate him to write on his behalf? For the fact that maybe we don't toe the same line of thought politically doesn't make you to alienate me. We must work together for the interest, like I've always said. General interest supersede personal interest. For the fact that I don't like your face, if we have a collective interest that matters more than my personal interest, I will shelve every primordial sentiment and work with you for us to achieve that very goal. Because I wouldn't want my personal interest to override our organizational goal. So as a person, that's why I said some persons are running PDP as if it's a professional body or a trade union, where except you are in the same line of profession with them, you cannot be with them. And party politics is not like that. The Ocho passenger in Aba is very important. The artisan in Obomosho is very important. Even the fisherman in the Niger Delta is very important to party politics. So you don't just alienate people because you don't like their face.
All right. Very well. And then moving forward, you think that the way PDP is going, that is a question now, the way PDP is going, do you see PDP ready for 2027? Do you think PDP will be able to mend fences, come together for 2027?
Well, you know, I always tell people the difference between here and there is T, and T connotes time. So time will tell if PDP is ready or not. Do you think,
no, not whether they are ready, whether they will be ready.
Okay, that's what I said.
Your guess is as good as mine. And again, this matters in court. This matters in court. I'm seeing a possibility of what played out in River State. Was it in
2019?
Playing out at the
Ibrahim Umar and 23
playing out at the national level, wherein, you know, forms will be bought for both the Guba elections. No, not the Guba this time around. Forms will be bought for National Assembly and presidential forms, and the election primaries will be done, and then a judgment will come out saying that they do not recognize the Ibadan Convention. They do not recognize the Ibadan Convention, and as a result, they are not qualified. And again, probably now, even the same, and this faction might sell their own. INEC now will be confused and refrained by court from recognizing this convention, and at the same time, I cannot also recognize. So INEC will be in the middle of this at the end of the day. Go ahead.
INEC, already you have a case study. You have a proper reference of what happened in River State. in 2019. But these issues also, they are easily avoidable. Not until certain persons decide to come down from their high horses. Otherwise, PDP. Okay, look at the case of Adeleke, the governor of Osun State, refusing to submit himself for PDP primaries. That's enough danger signal that all is not well with the party.
Did he refuse to submit himself?
Of course, he says he won't be part of it.
He actually bought form and submitted the form, but the PDP primaries was cancelled.
Yes.
It was cancelled and postponed. And then that was when Governor Adeleke pulled out of the primaries. His aide came out to say that he is consulting wildly for parties for possible defection. And after that happened, suddenly the same PDP that cancelled and postponed now held primaries.
They had something that looks like...
well, whichever way it is, that is what has happened, right?
They conducted something that looks like...
And someone else emerged. And then the PDP, the Turaki faction, has done a press conference to that effect and said that Adeleke has also told us he has resigned. And that they are, the thing is, when you look at it, even in Osun State, PDP apparently is also balkanized and there are factions. And the politics is playing out there. So it is trickling down to all these states. And I'm wondering that, how many governors?
Initially, PDP,
how many governors are remaining in PDP now?
I think about 4.5 or...
4.5?
4.5.
Why do you say 4.5?
Initially, we had 12. Because I'm still a member of the PDP.
Yes.
We had 12. And somewhere along the line, people started living in trickles. And today, we have...
with Adeleke...
Well, I say it's even 4.5.
Yes.
The Plateau State governor is neither here nor there.
Yes, and Governor Adeleke as well. So which means you will have like 2 or 3 left.
Oh, God bless you. So I'm even being magnanimous to say that
interesting times ahead. Thank you so much.
And the Almighty...
Yes.
What was that? Debo
Logunaba.
Logunaba. No. You say Logunaba.
You mean, you're talking of governors, are you talking of Bala Mohammed?
No, not Bala Mohammed. One of those, the former publicity secretary.
That is Debo Logunaba.
He has also left the party last week Friday, that he has resigned from the PDP.
After being the arrowhead in the entire crisis.
Okay, you look at it.
That is interesting. Well, interesting times ahead. Thank you so much, Okechukwu Edenko, for coming. It's a pleasure having you.
My pleasure. Looking forward to more interview sessions.
Of course,
as
sure.
the day goes by.
Of course, definitely. Thank you so much, our viewers, for always staying connected to us. And this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Open Conversation. We are open for sponsorship of the program, advert placements, news, events coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. You can also watch us on Avo TV, Niger TV, and Efastech TV platform. You can connect with us on our ATN socials by subscribing, like, and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X, Atlantic TV Net. Do not forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Laurentia Ogu. Transition News comes up next. Do not go away.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money, we put in the bank.